Namo Buddhaya, Tashi and good evening. So thank you for coming. Right, so the today is Guru Purnima. So as I messaged some of you, what is the importance of Guru Purnima? So Guru Purnima is actually, is it a holiday today in India? Not sure. But in Thailand, yes, it is. So I don't know whether in India it's a holiday or not. So in Malaysia, nobody seems to know about it, right? So it's actually very sad. Because today actually coincides with the day that the Buddha turned the wheel of the Dharma for the very first time. That means the Buddha revealed the Dharma for the very first time. And if that day didn't happen, today also won't happen. So that means that we are not going to be here listening to the teachings. So today is such an important day, and it is the Guru who dispels the darkness of ignorance in the minds of the students. So in this case, our Guru, our Mahaguru, the Param Guru, the Parama, they call it, means the ultimate Guru is the highest Guru is the Buddha. Right. And then of course we have our human gurus, right? So and then from the Vajrayana perspective, we also have our inner Guru. So we have many gurus actually. So ultimately, the outer Guru is meant for you to discover your inner Guru. Do you understand? It's not the whole life you're supposed to go and, so like dependent on the outer Guru. So the outer Guru is like a guide to tell you that inside of you there is the real Guru. So we can say, some use the word Sat Guru. Sat Guru means it's like the true Guru, the Guru who is like has got no fault, no stain, no weakness, perfect and pure Guru. So that is what actually the Buddha actually means. If you analyze Tibetan language, Venerable Dr. Tenzin is here, so correct me if I'm wrong. So Sang and Ge means purified and perfected. So that is actually how we label Buddha in Tibetan language. So Buddha means somebody who has attained to the highest wisdom. So Buddha is the Bodhi mind. The Bodhi means actually it is the awakening. So a Buddha is a person who is awakened, who has got that enlightened knowledge, that experience, that direct experience of enlightenment. That is a Buddha. So then in Tibetan language, Sanghi. So purified Sang and Ge is perfected. So that means it's like there is no fault, there's no stain in the gurus of those days, like the Buddha and all. So in many spiritual traditions, like my sister here, the Sikh tradition, so we will say Sat Guru. So Satya, Sat means Satya. Satya means truth. So it is a Guru who is true from the beginning, true today, and it will be true forever. In the sense that they have attained that state like Sangye, meaning purified and perfect. Right? So that is the end. That purified and perfect nature is in us. So this is the interesting part. So it is not like you rely on the Guru and then the Guru will, like I mentioned last week, that there's no such thing as in Buddhism that the Guru will pour enlightenment water on you, and then you become enlightened. It doesn't work like this. Because the very understanding of Guru must be correct. So today I would like to discuss about what is Guru. So in Buddhism, Theravada Buddhism, Guru is not a very important concept. Yes, we love and respect our teachers, but that concept and the emphasis placed on the Guru is not so high in Theravada Buddhism, meaning that yes, the very deep respect and follow the teacher, but the emphasis is not as strong as in Tibetan Buddhism. Tibetan Buddhism, the emphasis on the Guru-disciple relationship is very, very strong. It is so strong that that you can either attain enlightenment or you can go the opposite direction and make a lot of negative karma. So you have to be very careful. So today I'm going to introduce to you about Guru-disciple relationship. It's very important. So today, Guru Purnima. So like I mentioned just now, in my correspondence that Guru Purnima in the Hindu tradition is attributed to sage Vyasa. Vyasa is the one who actually, if I'm not mistaken, either compiled or is it compiled the Vedas? Yeah, he compiled the Vedas. He didn't write it because it was written over a long period of time, and then he compiled the Vedas. And then also he is the one who wrote the Mahabharata. You know, there are two epics in Hindu epics which are very, very famous. One is the Mahabharat, and the other one is the Ramayana. The Ramayana. I think, have you heard of Ramayana? Ramayana is, if you look at in Thailand and Indonesia, and even in Malaysia, before we became more conservative in terms of Islamic conservatism, there was Wayang Kulit.
Oh, yeah.
And Wayang Kulit, do you know who the actors are? The shadow play, especially coming from Kelantan. You know the Wayang Kulit, the puppet,
Yes.
not the same puppet, the shadow. Yeah, you have the person who's actually doing the shadow play, and then there's a screen, and then you can see the Rama and the Sita. Yeah, and then the Ravana. So Ram, Sita, Ravan. So this is actually the story of Ramayana. And Ramayana is actually by Valmiki. Valmiki is also a very great rishi of India. So Vyasa was also a very great rishi who wrote the Mahabharata, right? So this is the reason why such great gurus are revered until today. So in the Buddhist context, today is the day that our great guru, our ultimate, highest exalted, unsurpassable guru, Lord Buddha, Shakyamuni, he is the one who turned the wheel of the Dharma today. So today, yes, today is the first time to the first 5 disciples. So the first 5 disciples was his own guru, was his own teacher. One of them, Kondanya, was his own teacher who taught him when he was young. And then of course there are the other 5, right? The other 4. So we have 5 disciples. So in Jain tradition also, so all these are religions of India. We have to understand that in India, guru is very important. So for religions that come from India, the guru is so important. So today, in the Jain tradition, today is the day that Mahavira is the 24th Tirthankara of Jainism. So he today appointed Indra Buddhi Gautam as his success. What do you call that? What is that? His first disciple. Let me just check and see whether it is his first disciple or it is his. Yes, as his first disciple. So nowadays, yes.
Means that the 5 inside.
This one is different. So this is a different religion altogether. So we have Guru Purnima means so much to Hindus because the sage Vyasa who compiled the Vedas and wrote the Mahabharata, they remember him. For Buddhists, we remember the Buddha's first teaching. For people who are of the Jain tradition, we remember Mahavira. Mahavira who actually appointed his first disciple Indra Buddhi Gautam today. So on this day. So all these 3 beautiful spiritual traditions of India actually hold today very sacred. And it's not always that the same day, the same Purnima, the same full moon, that people actually of 3 traditions come together and have the same, like a concept of remembering their teachers. So today in the entire Indian subcontinent, and those who profess to follow any religions that come from India, the 3 main ones, Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism. Of course, we have other religions from India like Sikhism and all. Yeah, but I'm not, sure. I think probably today may or may not hold much significance. I dare not say. So due to lack of knowledge. But from Buddhism, Hinduism, and Jainism today is very, very important. And why is it very important? So I will speak to you about this after we take refuge. So we will take a very quick refuge today because today, the time is a little bit fast already, late. So Sangye Choedron Suke Chonam La Jancho Pardo Dani Josuji Dagi Jisogi Pesu Namki Drola Pinjir Sangye Dro Parishu Sangye Choedron Suke Chonam La Jancho Pardo Dani Josuji Dagi Jisogi Pesu Namki Drola Pinjir Sangye Dro Parishu Sangye Choedron Suke Chonam La Jancho Pardo Dani Josuji Dagi Jisogi Pesu Namki Drola Pinjir Sangye Dro Parishu until the heart of enlightenment is reached, I and all my kind mother-centered beings as vast as the skies go for refuge to the Guru, go for refuge to the Buddha, go for refuge to the Dharma, go for refuge to the Arya Sangha from the merits accrued by practicing generosity, morality, patience, effort, meditation, and wisdom. May I become a fully enlightened being, a Buddha, to benefit numberless sentient beings in the four Brahma Viharas. Simchen tamche te wadan de ve jodan de par joje dunga dan dunga ge jodan de war joje dunga me pe de wadan pada me de war joje ni rin chada ni dan da ve tanyo chen bola ne par juru je simchen tamche te wadan de ve jodan de par joje dunga dan dunga ge jodan de war joje dunga me pe de wadan pada me de war joje ni rin chada ni dan da ve tanyo chen bola ne par juru je Simchen tamche te wadan de ve jodan de par joje dunga dan dunga ge jodan de war joje dunga me pe de wadan pada me de war joje ni ren chada ni dan da ve tanyo chen pola ne par joje. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and from creating those causes of suffering. May all beings never be separated from the bliss of the true nature of mind. May all beings be equanimous, free from the extremes of attachment and aversion. Simche naki sampada loye chita chita vachichon thumonte pai chiki korlo kortu. So we request the Buddhas to turn the wheel of the Dharma for the sake of all kind mothers and sentient beings, and I offer a mandala today to the Gurus on the occasion of Guru Purnima. Sai shi ki Joshi me to ra ri ra li shi ni de gen pa di san ge shin du mi te bu wa yi do kun nam da xin la chul bai sho. The body, speech, and mind of myself and others, our wealth and our virtues amassed throughout the past, present, and future. As an excellent jewel mandala, together with the mass of Samantha Barra's offerings, I envision this all and present them to you. Guru, Zidam's three precious gems, accepting these in your compassion, please bestow on us waves of your blessings. Idam Guru Redna Mandalaka Niryatayami. So today we are going to learn about Guru-disciple relationship. So now, as we all know, when we are small, we have teachers. And in Malay language, Guru means a teacher, right? There are two words to describe a teacher. Number one is Guru. Number two is Cikgu. Any other word in Malay? So where do you think the word Guru came from? So Hari Guru, so Teachers Day, Guru, right? In teachers, yeah. Yes, it's from Sanskrit. So when we were young, we call Guru Guru. Ini Guru saya. But when we call the teacher, we call Cikgu this, Cikgu that, right? But if you say the day, it is called Hari Guru, Teachers Day, 16 May. Every year, Malaysia celebrates, right? In other countries, they have different days. So then, why do we need to celebrate Teachers Day? Is it for the teacher? Is it for the teacher or for the student?
I think
For the student.
for the student, pay respect, for the gratitude.
Right. So very good, yeah. So that is exactly what it was supposed to be. So you know, this Guru Purnima concept actually is so deeply entrenched in the minds of all the people in the world that there's one special day almost in every country that celebrates teachers. Right? And there are two levels of teachers generally speaking. One is a spiritual teacher, one is a secular teacher. So the spiritual teacher is the one that is celebrated today, that we are paying respect today. And then the spiritual teacher is today, and then the secular teacher in Malaysia 16 May already done, right? So people in Malaysia will not probably know about the today.
Today.
It's a non-event.
Maybe the Buddhism society.
Yes, correct. So it is actually more related to religion rather than teacher, right? So the thing is that we agree that we need to respect our teachers, we need to pay homage and gratitude. But for what? Why should we should bother to remember our teachers? What is the point?
Because the teaching is from the teacher.
Very good. Very good. Excellent. Because the teaching is from the teacher. And the teaching is from the teacher's teacher. And where did the teacher get from? From the teacher's teacher, right? And then, so the knowledge is always coming from a teacher. Right? Now, even a book nowadays, we say is like a teacher, like e-book and anything. But the e-book cannot give you an answer which is suitable for your mental disposition, because the book cannot see your personality. So if you put a book in the school, on the desk in a school, or you put so you ask the book students to go and read that book, and they get the knowledge, right? And then because there is no teacher, then the students just read that book. Do you think that it is the same as having a teacher teaching you the subject?
Different.
Why?
Because one is material, one is human.
One is material, one is human. And
Cannot
human.
ask from the book.
Yeah.
If you have any doubt, you cannot ask to the book.
So so you have any doubt, you cannot ask the book, unless of course now you got Chat GPT and all, so you can ask. But those days very difficult. But now, even though you have Chat GPT, you have DeepSeek, Microsoft Copilot, whatever, whatnot, still it needs to be fed information.
Yep.
Correct? And the information comes from?
We need to give them information.
Comes from people who have knowledge.
Yes.
Right? And people who have knowledge teach the Chat GPT. So humans are the teachers of AI.
Yes.
Correct?
Human created.
And now when human give the knowledge to AI, AI should celebrate Guru Purnima for the teacher, the humans that give knowledge to the AI.
Yes.
And then the AI pass the knowledge to the students.
Yes.
So now is AI a teacher?
Human.
So
AI just an information platform that created
so-
by teachers.
So AI can disseminate information,
Yes.
right? But it cannot understand the mental disposition of the person in front.
Yes.
So that is a teacher. If you remember your teacher in school, your teacher will know how to deal with a student who is very, very bright, very fast learner, and a slow learner. The teacher will know how to deal with it. A very mischievous student and a student who has got some learning disability, the teacher knows how to deal. Correct? In the class of 50 students, the teacher knows how to deal with each and every one. Can AI do that?
No, cannot.
Right? It's very difficult, right?
Only
So,
human.
so because, guess why? Do you understand why the AI cannot replace human gurus?
Because human got sense.
Got sense,
Got sense, got soul,
got
wisdom,
Buddha nature,
got
got Buddha nature. So because humans actually have the ultimate guru inside here, and this ultimate guru is called Buddha nature. Tathagata Baba. So your Buddha nature, we call it, inside here. So inside here there is a Buddha nature that can understand, that can feel, that can empathize, that can be kind, can be wrathful,
Yes.
can change according to situation. The human guru is so precious. So nowadays people like to read from the book. So if there is or watch YouTube, for example. No, I'm not saying to stop YouTube, but I'm just saying that the human interaction is not really there. In the past, teachings were given only from one teacher to one student, and that also in complete secrecy. So it's not like now we give like teachings like hundreds of students can hear, thousands of people will hear like this, So those days the teachings are so precious.
Yes.
It's in the time of the during Lama Atisha's time. Lama Atisha was the teacher who actually basically brought the second like reform Buddhism in Tibet. The first to bring Buddhism into Tibet is the Guru Purnima and what is that? Shantarakshita. So they are the ones who actually brought. But then later on, Buddhism, because of some evil kings, Lang Dharma, and also it actually more or less like degenerated and destroyed. So then people did not actually really know what is the essence of Buddhism and what is the correct practice. So they call Lama Atisha. So this is the king that called Lama Atisha. So he's Shi Yue, right? And Jiang Shu Yue. So the king and the nephew. So the king was actually already in prison, and then but he said take the gold and ask Lama Atisha to come. So Lama Atisha was in India at that time, right? So if I'm not mistaken, he was in Vikramashila. So I had to go and ask Lama Atisha. Lama Atisha said no. So they brought so much gold to offer to Lama Atisha. So, and Lama Atisha is a monk. What would a monk do with gold? Think. So you bring the gold all the way, and that's all the wealth of that particular king of a certain region in Tibet. And that king asked his nephew, because the king was already going to die in the prison. So he asked the nephew to go to India and get Lama Atisha to come. Because if Lama Atisha doesn't come, then the Buddhism will completely die because of misinterpretation. Because there were a lot of wrong interpretation of Buddhism going on at that time. So Lama Atisha, finally agreed to go. But they had to give a lot of gold. Now, the question here is was Lama Atisha greedy? Did he really need the gold? This is ancient times, Ancient times, you want to request students, teaching from a teacher, you need to offer even your body also. If you're ready to offer your life, the teacher will test you, then only you can get teachings. That's how difficult it is. Nowadays, you ask one time through WhatsApp, okay lah, agree. So it's become easier because the world is a very difficult place, and then but it's like basically it's become so like taken for granted. It's like Dharma has become quite ordinary from something which is extraordinary. So we have to really understand. So why today Guru Purnima is so important for me to tell you this is because in the past, you have to offer so much, your body, your wealth, and also that's why before the teaching today, I offered a mandala. So actually, I didn't offer any physical thing to my guru. I should because all my gurus, they sacrifice so much to get the knowledge. And then after that, I just grab the knowledge for free. Maybe give a bit of ang pao here and there. Okay lah, 10 ringgit, whatever, however much, Then the teacher comes so far from Nepal, from Tibet, from India, from Bhutan, from so many places, and then okay lah, we give little bit of kata offer, and then give little bit ang pao. Okay lah, then chit-chat, and then go home. Forget about the teacher. Never practice. So take all the teachings and then never practice. So the teacher, this is the reason why you have to offer gold in the past, because if you offer something which is more precious than it was like so precious, the most precious thing to you. So some people, the most precious thing is gold. Some people, the most precious thing is life you offer. Some people even offer their wife and children also. Not take, please give me the teachings, right? Yeah. So guess why it's like important to do that? Do you think that the guru wanted the wife and the children of somebody else? Why would he want that? But in this age and time, be careful. This age and time, this is where I'll come to that later. But in the past, so you give the gold. But there was one time where, if I'm not mistaken, Naropa, Marpa, I can't remember who actually. I think Marpa. It is the Karma Kaju tradition. Marpa went to get teachings from Naropa. Or was it Naropa went to Tiropa? But anyway, then offer the gold. and all. So there was something which was not appropriately offered, or at that time was not the proper time to get the teaching. So Naropa took the gold and threw. I don't need your gold. I'm not going to give you the teaching like this. Yeah. So that goes to show that he said, "What do I need this gold for? It's nothing to do with me. I have no issue. I can, they all have so much of supernatural powers, extraordinary supernormal powers that they can turn stone into gold. So why would they need somebody to give gold to you? Isn't it? So alchemy was a very important alchemy, turning things into gold. So it's not like the Midas touch we learn in school, in some stories, So there was a king, he was so greedy, he made a wish, and then he said that I wish that everything I touch turned into gold.
Oh, this story I heard.
So then he touched his wife, oh, she became gold. Oh, I touched my son, oh, gold. I touched the apple I want to eat, it became gold. Ayo, then in the end he touched himself, he became gold.
At the end, nothing.
So everything is become
Everything
gold.
is gold.
Yeah.
His life also no more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you know that. So he was called King Midas. So now we have a
Midas.
phrase. Yeah. So it's like when we touch gold, then now it's like if Midas used to touch gold and anything and it became gold, right?
Yeah.
So now we call it the Midas touch. Midas touch is anybody who touch anything, wow, that one can turn into gold. So that means a very good businessman or somebody who just little bit, you give a capital, maybe 20 cents, then it can turn into 1 million ringgit. Very extraordinary, talented, hardworking businessman or woman. Yeah. So the thing is just that the gifts that you give in school during school to your teacher is for you to express appreciation, right? Correct or not? But of course, the teachers are very happy to receive lah. It's, of course, yeah. Teachers want kindness, but you think the teachers are happy to receive the hadiah, the gift, and then the children all fail the exam? Yeah. So the teachers are happy not because they're greedy. The teachers are happy because they're happy that people appreciate them, the students. But if the students are only buying expensive gifts or writing cards for the teacher and praising them sky high, but at the end of the day they fail the exam, how do you think the teacher will feel?
They will feel like disappointed, sad.
They will feel sad, isn't it?
Sad.
Right. Yeah. So now, can you imagine how our teachers feel if we take teachings and never practice? So it's like a complete waste of energy, their time. So therefore, in Vajrayana Buddhism, we say that we have to maintain the samaya between the teacher and the student. Samaya means it's actually a promise. That's the Sanskrit word samaya, damsik in Tibetan, means promise. So you promise to do something and then you don't do it. So then after that, then the teachers, because the energy, there is a energy exchange, there is some sort of exchange there, right? Teacher has exchanged energy, you maybe exchange 2 ringgit ang pao, which is okay. That's all you can afford, for priceless teaching, right? So we give how much we can. Also, if that 2 ringgit is our bread and butter that day, that 2 ringgit is worth more than all the millions of ringgit in the world.
Yes.
So never feel shy to give 10 cents also if you need. If you don't have, it's just offering something. It's not necessary you even offer that 10 cents. If you cannot offer because you really don't have the money, you offer your prayers for the teacher's long life, or you offer your practice. So actually the teachers are the genuine teachers. Of course our teachers need to eat. Of course our teachers need to support their sangha community and their monasteries, of course, yeah. But that is one side of the story. If we don't have anything anything tangible to offer, you must offer your practice. That's the most important thing. And even if you have 1 million ringgit to offer also, your offering is not as great as offering your practice. So you can offer the best of the best of the best of the best of the best, but never practice. So that also defeats the purpose. So if you want to offer, you offer a combination. So but offering to a teacher is something which reflects your mental attitude. So it's very difficult for a teacher to sit and talk about offerings. This is the worst situation that a teacher can sit down and But if you're talking about another teacher that is higher, like the Buddha, for example, then my teachers, all those great teachers and all. So all those teachers, we have to offer first and foremost our practice. And then you can offer tangible if you're moved enough and if you have sufficient resources, then of course the generosity is also one of the paramitas, and you can do that. So some people say we offer only our practice, but we have quite a lot of resources. But they say, Dr. Karma say, offer practice enough. So the other gurus all, we don't offer anything because Dr. Karma said that I have 5 gurus from this tradition, that tradition, but because I offer my practice every morning, I practice, but you have got a lot and you can share. So you have to practice generosity towards your teachers and towards all sentient beings, not only teachers, right? So this is a very difficult topic to talk about, because I'm not talking about myself here. So this is the first disclaimer. I'm actually not talking about myself. I'm talking about teachers in general. And I here today am in the position of a student rather than a teacher. I'm talking today in relation to my teachers. So when I open my mouth, you must think that I'm actually talking about my teacher, nothing to do with me. Okay? So let me get this straight, yeah? So this is not about me. Nothing about the person sitting here. I'm just the mouthpiece for all the teachers above me. So now, Guru has the meaning of darkness, and Ru is like to remove. So it's the one who removes the darkness of ignorance. So can you imagine how precious this person is? So if you think that parents are very important, which we already said that, yes, parents are so important. The Buddha said that you can carry them on your back for 100 over years and still not repay their kindness, right? So imagine a guru. So that is one. And then if a guru, if you have slandered the guru, talk bad about the guru, so think badly about the guru, say bad about the guru, and do bad to the guru. So can you imagine how much negative karma?
It's still very heavy.
Very, very heavy. So of course we have all this in Tibetan Buddhism, Vajrayana Buddhism, we say that Vajrayana Buddhism is a very fast path to enlightenment. Because we have a combination of method and wisdom. So we have bodhicitta and emptiness, and then this is embedded in every practice, and also we the 3 kayas and all. So it's very profound. But also if you don't practice properly with the right mindset and with a wrong view towards your teachers and your Vajra brothers and sisters, then it actually is a cause for us to go down to the lower realms also very fast. So you have to understand that. So some people say Vajrayana Buddhism, I want to practice because I want to attain enlightenment in this single lifetime like Milarepa. Yes, but Milarepa had a very good attitude towards his teacher. We have very different attitude than many, many years past, yeah. So Milarepa could actually, endure beatings from his teacher. I'm not condoning any beating, but the teacher beat because he killed 35 people. And the teacher knew his karma was really heavy. And for how many years, many, many years, the teacher did not, Marpa, Lotsawa did not give him a single teaching. He made him build the tower, the 9-story tower, 7 times. So which means that you take the stone, you take the sand, you take the pestle, the mortar, everything, the bricks, everything, and then you build. Then he'll come and say, I don't like it. It's too sengit, it's too, leaning to one side. There's a crack over there. So 7 times the guru told him to build and rebuild a 9-story tower. You almost, he was so devastated because he expected praises. So the guru wanted to subdue his yearning for praise and then also break that desire and fear of blame, and then also clear the negative karma, plus on top of that make him really work hard for the teaching. So 7 times, and then also must bring back each and every stone. Once you tear the tower down, you've got to bring each and every stone, send everything back to the original place. Can you do that? Can I do that? Don't talk about you. I myself cannot do that. So I'm sitting down here. That's why I said this story is not about me,
Yeah.
because I don't have even one single good quality that Milarepa had. I don't have any qualities like that. So because these are amazing teachers, I think about them also. There's a lot of devotion and faith, but unfortunately, I'm not like that. so that's the thing. So today the teacher say one bad thing about me, already tomorrow I find a new teacher already shopping. Got so many ma. If one teacher doesn't like me, I go and find another teacher like that. Those days, the teachers are it's like very difficult to find a teacher. Nowadays, it's like the teachers are everywhere lah. You throw a stone, you'll find one.
Yeah.
So in this house, you throw one stone, you can hit two teachers at one go. Yeah. Mm. So the guru is one who dispels the darkness. So in Tibetan we call lama. Lama. So it's like lao Lana Mepa. So it's unsurpassable, and then the suffix is like a mother. So the one who actually takes personal responsibility for your spiritual development. Just like a mother takes personal responsibility for your overall development. And unsurpassable, that means the qualities are beyond comparison, limitless. Yeah, so like that. So today I'm going to share with you a story for Avadutipada. So Avadutipada, it's a mouthful. So actually here it's actually a story about how even animals can actually become our gurus. So Avadutipada was a Mahasiddha of India who actually explained to us the concept of a guru by using ordinary like examples of animals and ordinary people. So you must understand. So after this story, hopefully you understand what is a guru, right? So here, first, okay, so his unconventional observation of 6 ordinary beings, yeah, and animals, people and animals, whom he regarded as a guru. Okay, his gurus. So it sounds a bit like strange, isn't it? Like how can ordinary people, and then the animals can be somebody's guru? And someone on top of that is a Mahasiddha. Mahasiddha means that somebody who's accomplished all this extraordinary, what they call that, this accomplishments. We call it accomplishments lah. Yeah. So Maha means it's very great. So Mahasiddha means somebody who accomplished great accomplishments. So he first observed, the first one he observed a lady. So this lady is an ordinary lady and her name was Kapila. So she was looking for her lover, pining for her lover. So from her, he learned, so he was observing because he traveled everywhere. So when he saw Kapila and how she was longing for the lover and the attachment was so great that it ruined her at the end. So from her he learned, he considered her as the guru who taught him the danger of attachment, the perils of attachment. So Kapila is number 1. Number 2 is a heron. It's a bird, So this heron, he could sweep, could actually swoop its prey. Prey is like those the animal. It's like this is a big bird, like an eagle coming and then killing animals which are smaller than it, right? Prey, yeah. So twice as big. So it wanted to kill somebody which is twice as big actually. But then again, it didn't work lah. In the end, the heron had to die because it was not a very clever thing to do. So for that, because of the greed of the heron, it wanted to. Actually, a bird supposed to kill something which is less smaller, rather than they go after something which is twice as big, right? So heron went after something which is twice as big, and in the end got killed by that by that bird, right? So now here the Kapila said, Avadutipada said that I learned the perils, the danger of greed from the heron. So the heron is my guru. You understand?
Oh, I understand.
Right? So Kapila was guru number 1 who taught him the danger of attachment. So the heron is guru number 2 who taught him the danger of greed. Right? And then also the joy of letting go. So actually the bird it could have let go but it didn't. So then difficult lah. So then the third, he observed a hunter. So the hunter is somebody who can wait so quietly in the jungle days after days after day after day in order to
Look for the
to go and
animal
shoot
hunt,
the deer
shoot.
or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So this is the context of a deer. So he was focusing so intently, like, this is like so perfect concentration. So Mahasiddha Avaduttipada said that if we all can meditate that way, so usually when we are greedy for animals, or you want to, like a hunter can be so silent and so focused just for something to eat, why can't we as meditators be so silent and so focused so that we can get the bliss of meditation and enlightenment, right? But we don't want. But the hunter can do, but we cannot do. So the Mahasiddha Avaduttipada said, wow, the hunter is my guru, who teaches me what?
Understand.
Who teaches the importance of concentration. So that is the third guru. So the fourth guru is the baby snake. Yeah.
Ah,
So when the baby snake they are born, the mother snake will leave them. Have you ever seen the mother snake taking care? All the baby snakes are running after the mother
no,
snake,
I don't.
right?
I never
So,
hear this.
so a mother snake immediately when the baby are hatched already, okay, mother, bye bye. You just go on your own. Yeah. So it's like
Or
that.
maybe the mother snake is satisfied.
Yeah. So from the snake he learned the joy of solitude, the happiness of leaving behind objects of attachment. So it is just we human beings who like to cling on to the children until they're 100 years old. If we are 120, our children are 100, we'll still cling. So Mahasiddha Avaduttipada said this from the snakes, yeah? So from the mother snake, he learns that you can actually, if you let go, it's wonderful, yeah, amazing. And also to live alone. So the mother snake can live alone. Baby snake also can live alone, no problem. So they don't need to cling to one another. So the baby doesn't need to cling to the mother, mother doesn't need to cling to the snake. So therefore, the snake is the guru of the Mahasiddha Avaduttippada. From the snake, he learned the joy of being alone. So we are scared to be alone. But the snake as a guru teaches us that how wonderful it is to be alone. Okay? So then, the fifth one is the arrow maker. So the arrow maker, so there was this one time he saw an arrow maker, somebody who makes arrow. Those days there were arrows, isn't it? So of course now we have guns and all. So those days is an arrow. So he learned, so he was so fixated on making the arrow that he didn't notice a king and his 1,000 strong retinue of soldiers coming. He was so like making an arrow, the king is coming, the 1,000 soldiers coming, he didn't see. It didn't make any difference. I mean, 1,000 people come in a taman, you won't know. You will know from like 1 mile away, 1,000 people coming and walking, especially with elephants and then the king and all. It make a lot of noise, isn't it? But this arrow maker couldn't hear anything. So he was just focused on refining his arrow, making it as sharp as possible. Right? So this is talking about firm focus is the basis of meditation.
Mindfulness.
So yes. So not only deep mindfulness but also
Concentration.
yeah. So from mindfulness develops the single pointed concentration, the firm focus, and then after that you go into deeper states of samadhi, right? So that is the guru of Mahasiddha Avaduttippada. So this is guru number 5 is the arrow maker, and then guru number 6 is a young girl, maybe like 16, 17, very beautiful, and she was wearing bangles. So one day, many guests came to the house, and this beautiful girl with so many bangles had to cook for all these guests. So the guests were so tired that they all fell asleep. So not wanting to disturb them, she took out all her bangles so that they don't make any noise. So many guests came from so far, and she's supposed to cook. Imagine if she cooks and then ching ching chang chung. So it's not a very nice. So she was so mindful that she actually took out the bangles one by one silently so that they won't
Make any noise.
make any noise. Yeah. So from this woman, Avaduttippada learned the power of silence. So these are the 6 human and animal gurus, or ordinary human and animal gurus of Mahasiddha Avadutipada. And this story is so important. So we always have got a very conceptualized, like very fixed, preconceived notion that our teacher must sit on a throne. Of course, yes, we have formal teachings we still take from teachers who we put on a throne because they have demonstrated qualities from many past lives. And we must respect that, correct? Only if they behave well, correct? If they misbehave, then we are not obliged to hold them in such high regard in this age and time. You understand?
Means that everything also can be our guru.
Yes.
If we see something and we learn something from that, then is considered is our guru.
Correct.
Right?
Yes. And then guru also has the connotation of very heavy. So now guru in Sanskrit actually also says like something like very heavy or weighty. So why is it? So one of our most amazing teachers of the previous century, Jabje Dilgo Khyentse Rinpoche, he said that just as gold is the heaviest and most precious of all jewels, right? Gold is very heavy.
Yes.
I don't know why people can wear. I don't know how, because it's actually very heavy and your neck can really sink. It's very heavy and very precious. So the guru is the most heavy and precious of all beings because of the inconceivable and flawless quality of the guru. So that's another way of understanding guru. It means very heavy, like the precious metal. Not only heavy, but also very precious. And because the guru has the ability, why is it important? Because the correct guru, listen to my words, the correct guru has the ability to introduce you to your own Buddha nature. Yes, correct. So he is the one who awakens the Buddha deep inside our heart. That's what Dilgo Khyentse Rinpoche said. Right? So if you want to know what Naropa said to his teacher Tilopa, so in the Karma Kagyu school of Tibetan Buddhism, the first guru is Vajradhara, is actually a Sambhogakaya aspect. It's not the human aspect. And then the first human aspect guru in the Karma Kagyu tradition is Tilopa, was an Indian Mahasiddha. And then Tilopa's student Naropa, Indian also, he was a scholar from Nalanda Monastic University. And then his student, Naropa's student Marpa's student Milarepa student Gampopa student Karmapa, like that, So if you look at that Karma Kagyu lineage, right? So here, not only Karma Kagyu, the Kagyu lineage is like this. So, yeah. So one day, Naropa asked his teacher, "Who is your teacher?" Naropa asked Tilopa, "Who is your teacher?" So the Tilopa replied, "Someone who allows you to develop way beyond what you think is your capacity is a guru." So it's like this. You have seen many inspiring teachers when you were young, isn't it? When you were young, you had so many wonderful teachers. And the teacher you remember the most is somebody who goes that extra mile to say you're special. You can do it. Right? That's a guru. So this is the exact same question Naropa asked his teacher Tilopa. Tilopa said the one who actually has the ability to make you to develop beyond what you think your capacity is. So we as ordinary beings do not know the capacity of our mind. We think our mind's capacity is just maybe can be quite high, but we don't know how high. So here, Tilopa is the same guru who made Naropa work for 10 years, very, very hard. 12 years actually, do many crazy things, like jump from a building, go and kidnap a prince, go and slap somebody, like that, So, and then, jump down from the building, die. And then Tilopa revived him. So the teacher just said, "Okay, now jump, go, jump." So then Naropa said, "Huh? Come again?" I said, "Jump." So I said, "Okay, I jump." And then after that, Guru, what is this? What happened? Then the Guru came and blessed him, and then
Is it really jump?
he jumped and broke everything. Everything gone. You know what happens when you jump from a high building. So he jumped. And he died. The Guru revived him. Many times he was asked to do crazy things. 12 times. over 12 years. Yeah, stealing, kidnapping, slapping people and then getting beaten up to a pulp. Yeah, and catching fish. So this Tilopa also actually had the ability to, he was a Mahasiddha. How Naropa looked at him. First time Naropa actually found Tilopa is like this. He was a very learned and accomplished scholar in Nalanda University. One fine day, Dakini, which is like there's Dakini in Tibetan Buddhism. Actually, Vajrayana Buddhism actually really means like somebody who is like a messenger, guides you towards the Dharma. So he was very proud of his knowledge of Dharma because he was a scholar, can debate and all. He knew everything from the Nalanda tradition, the emptiness, everything. But he didn't have the direct experience. So he was very proud. So one day a Dakini came to his room. Very old and haggard and dirty looking, like Dakini came, very hideous one. And then she asked him, 2 questions. He said, do you have you learned all the scriptures and all? He said, yes. Do you have knowledge in all the scriptures? He said, yes, I do. Then she was laughing, very happy. She was dancing in the room. Then she said, do you understand all the scriptures deeply? He said, of course I do. Then she cried and she said, no, you don't. She cried. She said, you don't know what the scriptures actually mean. Then he said, if I don't know what it means, who knows what it means? She said, in the East, you got to find a person named Tilopa. Tilopa is your guru. He is the one who will tell you what it means. Then from the moment he heard the word Tilopa, faith developed inside him that he couldn't take it. So he resigned from his post as the abbot of the Nalanda Monastic University. Actually, he was the abbot of the northern gate of Nalanda Monastic University in Bihar, right, today. He resigned and then he went to search for his guru. And then he found, one day when he saw the guru was actually catching fish. Catching fish and then after that, eating, boiling and eating them. So it was like horrible. Yeah? So it's like, he felt like as if this is guru, but then again, no. But then after some interaction and all, then the guru revived the fish. Then he realized, oh, this one really is a Mahasiddha. Yeah? So whatever fish that he ate, he could actually revive it back again. Yeah. So just the essence of the story, let's cut the long story short. Those are the gurus of the past, You give your life. So the guru said, jump, go, jump. Nowadays, we cannot do that.
No, nowadays.
Shouldn't do that.
Yes.
Because we have laws. And the guru can get into trouble and you can get into trouble.
Yes.
So now, it's lovely to hear about all these gurus, It's very, very important. So guru can be anyone or anything, yeah? The aim of a guru is to help you to gain insight, right? To help you to gain some knowledge, some understanding. But so let me just very quickly give you some essence of what is guru. So just a second, yeah. So it's actually a very, very important thing, but I will briefly summarize it today for your benefit. Take up too much time. Okay, so here in Tibetan Buddhism, Vajrayana Buddhism, guru is very important, right? You must have the correct attitude towards the guru, right? So gurus are very, very high, right? So there is a very heavy emphasis on guru disciple, which means that the teacher and the student, right? But then again, you must use your common sense as to how you're going to check whether the guru is authentic or not authentic, right? So here Gampopa, who is actually the student of Milarepa, he gave some advice. The advice is you should, you cannot just jump and say that this is my guru. Nowadays is very fashionable. This got this guru, that guru, so everybody will say, oh yeah, this one is my guru, and this one is my root guru. So it's like, Lama Tsongkhapa had over 100 gurus. He is the founder of the Gelug school of Tibetan Buddhism, right? But that doesn't mean, I said Lama Atisha had over 100 gurus. Lama Atisha had over 100 gurus. I don't know about Lama Tsongkhapa. Sorry. Lama Atisha had over 100 gurus. And he reviewed each and every one of them equally. Right? So nowadays there's a debate, whether you should have one guru, two guru, three guru, four guru, 10 gurus, how many gurus should you have? So some people will say, if I have this is my guru, I cannot learn from any other guru already. So there is this guru, like you have this one guru, so then you are the copyright of this guru now. So then if you go to another guru, then that is like not appropriate, like people think like this. So anyway, before you jump head on into finding a guru, let me quote something very important. So here Gampopa said, in the mother of the victorious ones, you should persistently, repeatedly and constantly revere spiritual masters. That means you must respect the spiritual master. Very, very important. Yes. But you must also must be very generous with them, cherish them. This is the normal way of thinking. You should avoid wrong view. If the master does anything, you should avoid the wrong view. This is the classic way of understanding it. You get what I mean? That means you cannot think even little bit bad also, then it says that it's very negative karma for you. Correct? So, but, okay, so here the 50 verses of Guru devotion. So here, this text tells you that if you want to have a guru, you mustn't rush. You must, in order for the words of honor of neither guru nor disciple to degenerate, that means your samaya. Words of honor means the samaya, the vow that you make between teacher and student. Yeah, that is a promise, right? There must be a mutual examination. Yeah. So there'll be a mutual examination, means that there is something that you need to, like you need to see examine the guru, and the guru also examine you.
Each other to understand.
Exactly. So in the past, the guru also will say, okay, I will examine you, and then Naropa was examined for 12 years, and then he got teaching. And then Milarepa also for so many years, and then he got teaching. Correct? Isn't it? It's not that today you come and then the guru will put a garland on your head. Oh, I've been, come, I really love you. You're my money bank, so come, you make me famous, something like that. Correct? So there was one story of during the Buddha's time. There's Upali who was sent by one of the other spiritual traditions to go and debate with the Buddha. And then after debating, then the Buddha inspired him. Instead of proving the Buddha wrong, so Upali was so inspired that he said, I want to become your disciple. And then he said that I don't want to support my teacher from the other spiritual tradition. The Buddha said, no. Continue to support your teacher. You cannot abandon your teacher because of this guru-disciple relationship. Buddha understood. If you make this relationship with a guru, right, you cannot abandon the guru like this. So it's very important.
Relationship.
Yeah, you already build a relationship. Even though you don't agree with the teacher at that time, right? More because your wisdom has grown, or the teacher's wisdom is less, your wisdom, and then you meet teachers who have higher wisdom, higher realization, but you should not abandon your guru. And the Buddha himself said, don't abandon your guru. And then the Upali was like, wow. He said, if it had been any other guru, they would have taken me on the elephant, on a pedestal, and paraded me throughout the city, proclaiming that, wow, this is a disciple, because this disciple, Upali, was a very, very rich and powerful one. So he could have given everything to the Buddha and the Dharma and the Sangha, which he also did later, but he said that I'm so impressed, and because you said like this, I really, really want to take refuge in you. But the Buddha said that you must not abandon your teacher. So nowadays we make disciple, teacher, a friend with this teacher, we want this teacher, we want that teacher, we want this, so we want. So when the teacher no longer works for us, then we dump and go to the next one. That is not correct. Yeah. So we must not think badly of the teacher. So there must. So actually, basically speaking, you accept somebody as a guru only after you really examine the guru. So you can wait now 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You don't have to take the person. A teacher and a guru is two different things. A guru is somebody who is so perfect in the qualities supposedly, and has a lot of realizations on the path that can, and has the ability to transform you, awaken the Buddha nature inside you. That is a guru, not any teacher sitting in front of you. Okay, so that's why I said I'm not talking about myself, because I have no qualities whatsoever. I'm teaching in terms of how you relate to somebody who really has that attainments. So here, to not examine a guru is like drinking poison. So if you don't examine the guru, you drink the poison. It's like drinking a poison. So, right? And for the guru, if the guru doesn't examine the student, it's like falling falling from a cliff. So for the guru also is very dangerous. If the disciple is not a suitable one, then it can actually really bring down the guru also in many ways. Yeah. And if the student is if the guru is a little bit of a doubtful one, doesn't have the characteristics, then it's very difficult. It's like drinking poison. Yeah. So here, Panchen Lama Losang Choki Gelsen, in his book The Heart of the Path, in fact, it's a long time ago. Yeah, many. If you cherish yourself, if you love yourself, don't follow just anyone you happen to meet, like a dog seeking food in the street. So it's like nowadays we see this guru, wow, handsome, we want to go. Oh, this guru so nice, nice voice. We go to this one. This one got a very big monastery. So we go. It's like a fan club already, isn't it?
Like
so it's like so the guru is like a pop star, and then we are like the fan club, So wherever which country the guru goes, we all are rushing to buy the ticket and go with the guru, which is okay. If it's not that it's not okay, but if your attachment is only to the physical rather than you're practicing the teaching and then offering back the teaching, then you must check, right? So that's why they say examine well the Lama who reveals the holy Dharma. And once you really, after several years, you really know that is the correct teacher, then you follow, and you must follow with respect. You must be like Upali, like how the Buddha said, Upali, don't abandon your teacher. Support and give requisites to your teacher. But of course, you can have another teacher, and of course, the Buddha became the teacher of Upali. So the qualities of a guru is very important. So now please give me a little bit more time to tell you the qualities of a guru. So here it is said, in the ornament of Mahayana Sutras, to rely upon a virtuous friend. Virtuous friend is another word for guru. Actually, it's Kalyana Mitra. A guru is also a Kalyana Mitra. That means a virtuous friend. It's not an evil friend. It's a friend got virtue, one got qualities, right? So rely upon a virtuous friend who is subdued. That means doesn't simply say bad things. Doesn't and then the body, the mind, the mouth, and the actions are in the middle, always calm,
balance,
composed, balanced. So that kind of person, you watch over a period of time. Not you today see, it's so good today, but who knows, after some time it change the colors. So you must watch over a period of time, isn't it? And then it's subdued, pacified. That means really like doesn't have that outburst of anger, jealousy, not violent, not aggressive, that kind of thing. And highly pacified. So here there are three words here: subdued, pacified, and highly pacified. So you understand that the guru must have a very high degree of mindfulness. Very high degree of mindfulness. That means mindful of the thought processes, mindful of what is coming out from the mouth, mindful of the actions, right? So, and has greater knowledge. So if somebody has lesser knowledge than you, of course that person cannot be your guru, right? Has perseverance. That means make a lot of effort. So there's a lot of difficulties also. The Guru will try and help and practice and practice. You can see from the Guru's life story. Wow, like Lama Tsongkhapa, how many thousands of prostrations that he did. How many mandala offerings? Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. So he did. And it's not easy to do so many prostrations in one lifetime, but he did. And that is a very, very beautiful quality of a guru. So much of effort, diligence, yeah. And also must be learned in the scripture. So the guru must know what is in the texts. If you ask, then the guru will understand. Or can tell you, okay, I know this one. Right? It's not only from learned in the scripture, but also as experience, direct experience of what is written in the scripture. And what is that direct experience? Has realized emptiness. So the guru must have realized emptiness. So emptiness means he understands that there's nothing in this world that arises on its own, that has its own intrinsic self. Everything arises depending on causes and conditions. Yeah. So there is no cause and condition, correct. So there is no like truly existing I, that is me. So the guru will say, it's me, I am important, give me gold. Then something not right now, very dodgy. It's all about me, my, quite greedy also, very strange. So then you know that the guru hasn't realized emptiness. You can see from the way the guru speaks, the guru thinks, the guru says, the guru analyzes, and all And how you know? Not 1 day, 2 days you meet. Many, 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 many years you see then, okay. And under different circumstances, you see sometimes good circumstance, the guru is very kind. But when the bad circumstance comes, the guru is very mean. So you have to be, then after that, and then yes. If once you already take that person as your guru, then then the guru is very mean, and you say, I didn't see this before lah. I don't like this guru. Then the bad thought comes, it's not so good. So you check and see. And then it's like do not rush to drink the poison so quickly. If you don't, like that. So, and the guru can teach very well. That means it's very skillful, and it can teach different people different ways, right? Not the same person, same way. And very important, one of the most important thing is that guru is compassionate in nature. It's compassion. And also it doesn't discourage you, has abandoned discouragement. So I repeat, So the qualities of a Mahayana guru: rely upon a virtuous friend who is subdued, pacified, and highly pacified, has greater knowledge, has perseverance, make a lot of effort and patience, is learned in the scripture, has realized emptiness, is skillful in the teaching, has a compassionate nature, and has abandoned discouragement. That means there are some teachers who are like can destroy your self-confidence. The guru will tell you, you're stupid, you need me in order to if I am the one. So it's inside you. Who are you? You're nothing. The guru cannot say like this. You're nothing. The guru must always say, everybody has Buddha nature. You are something. And if you practice, you will become like a Buddha. That is a guru. The guru is not somebody who constantly tells you you are like this, you're like that, you're terrible, you're just like, it's basically very abusive, gaslighting, right? Manipulative, blackmails you emotionally, and that is not a guru. So if that is the kind of relationship you have with a teacher, then you better check what relationship it is, because it is a very abusive relationship already. And here it clearly says, has abandoned discouragement. That means the guru doesn't use this kind of tactics in order to keep you as a student or to take things from you, right? So like this. And then to summarize it, like Geshe Potowa said, to summarize it now, even if the guru doesn't have all these qualities, those are the perfect qualities of the guru. But in this age and time, maybe you cannot find so perfect gurus, right?
I don't.
Right. So then at least
I have found you.
5. I'm not guru.
For me, you are, because you teach.
So you have to follow for many years, and then you check me in every situation. Let's say, for example, and then you will find the flaw. And then if you find the flaw, then you will dislike me. You'll start thinking negatively about me. That's the reason why you cannot immediately say, right? So it's very, very important. So the guru should have the 5. Number 1, must realize emptiness. Okay, number 2, have compassion. Number 3, the understanding of the guru must be greater than the student, right? And number 4, must have good moral conduct. And number 5, cannot discourage any student when teaching. This is the worst thing to do. In fact, the second worst thing. The worst thing is to abuse the student physically and mentally. And then the last is to discourage. So if the teacher doesn't have these 5, the teacher cannot guide the disciple out of samsara. And now let me tell you, okay, so there is some nowadays in this world, there are some teachers who may not have a good conduct. Be very careful. I'm saying this because there may be some students who are listening to this and their own teachers, and they don't know what to do. So I am giving this because Guru Purnima, Guru is somebody who's so precious, who's so respected. But if the Guru doesn't conform to that standard, there is a SOP, like like a standard, you know. We say gold standard lah, you know, there's a gold standard. So if the Guru is lax in this standard, in the past they say that the Guru can slap the student, like Tilopa for example. He took this is like a shoe lah, and whacked Naropa on the head, and then Naropa realized the true nature of man. Oh wow, oh, and many times asked to jump down the building, do this. So took the slipper, the chappal, the sandal, and the head. And it was so terrible.
So many
the teacher really abused, and Marpa shout and scream and whacked, also whipped the student. Milarepa got whipped and whacked and many things, yeah, until blue black bruise and all. Those days are those days. So if you're idealistic, I know many of us might read Marpa's life story, Milarepa's life story, Tilopa's life story, Naropa's life story, Gampopa's life story. Many life stories of very great teachers, I know, and the way they train their students is quite violent. But because they were enlightened, that is the difference. Now in this age and time, if your teacher cannot revive fish, after so the teacher cannot beat you, okay? Yeah, and there's another thing. Forgive me for saying this, but sometimes certain teachers also may not have pure conduct, can have sexual misconduct, can maybe can touch in a wrong way, or suggest some sexual favors. This is highly inappropriate. Yeah, and it should. And if any teacher is doing that to you, now listen to what I have to say. Okay. So if any teacher does that to you, you have the right to say no. So how to say no? People will say, oh, but he's my teacher or she's my teacher. If once I accept as a teacher, I cannot say no. Everything also must say yes. That's not true. Not true at all. You cannot say yes when it comes to moral. Because you need to keep your 5 precepts, yes. Isn't it? You cannot kill, you cannot steal, and then sexual misconduct. Yes. And having sexual relations with your teacher, right, is highly inappropriate, especially if your teacher is a sangha. And even if your teacher is not a sangha also, right, then it's highly inappropriate, because then that relationship is diluted already. It becomes a different kind of relationship. And if the relationship is based on the fear that, I am your teacher, you are my student, whatever I tell you, you have to do. Because Guru devotion is very important. So once you accept that person as your teacher, you have got to devote and have so much faith. And then the Guru will say that this is part of your training. So I want to see how much you can sacrifice. Like those days we sacrifice gold. Some people sacrifice their life. So nowadays the same concept certain teachers bring in and manipulate your mind and then tell you, this is something that you need to do in order to get the teachings. This is something you need to do in order to move forward. Or you are a beautiful Dakini and I am your Daka. So we are meant to be together. And there is a concept in Tibetan Buddhism which is like a tantric karma mudra, meaning that there is this is very 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 how to say secret teaching, and it should not be practiced by people who do not have initiation, and certainly not for sangha. Celibate monks and nuns are not allowed to engage in something we call karma mudra. So karma mudra is if your teacher uses brainwashing techniques that say that I'm your teacher, you must listen to me, and therefore we must have some relation, physical relation, right? Some sexual relations and all. So then they will say that, and in Tibetan Buddhism, they will say, okay, that Vajrayana Buddhism, generally speaking, has tantric elements for yogis and yoginis who are not sangha, in order for them to, have very subtle states of mind, and then they practice and become enlightened. If you read the stories of Guru Padmasambhava, you read the stories of Khandro Yeshe Sogyal, Stukasiddhi, Mandarava, so many different enlightened beings. In their life stories, you'll be to Tibetan Buddhism, you'll be shocked at how, that there is such a thing as karma mudra. And I'm saying it today because it's better for me to tell you that it exists rather than to lie about it and then sweep it under the carpet. Because if I don't say it today on Guru Purnima day, then the relationship between guru and student will be stained. So a guru cannot suggest to a student under authority that I'm your guru, you're my student, so therefore we have to have a relation, and that relation is under karma mudra, unless there are certain criteria, and that criteria is very rare that will be a criteria for you to attain enlightenment in this lifetime. Very rare. Very rare. And it's always good to have a second opinion from a higher guru than your guru, if that is the case. And that is called karma mudra. And loosely, people say that is tantric sex, and that is so not correct. It's not mere sex. And it's not for sangha, and it's not for anybody, but there is a tantric technique like this, and I'm saying it today because it has been misused so much. Right? For many years in many different situations, including the modern day. So this is something that we need to understand. So if anyone ever asks you for sexual favors, a teacher, you must not pursue it because of your own vows of no killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, etc., and also in order to keep the sanctity, the purity between teacher and student. Okay? Right? Once your wisdom grows and all, you need to have wisdom. But the problem is that it is, you see, this karma mudra is strictly reserved for advanced tantric practitioners who have obtained the consent of their higher gurus. And it cannot be interpreted as ordinary sexual activity. But it's a practice which requires extraordinary restraint and mindfulness, yeah? So here, the tantric seal practice can be extremely dangerous. It's so dangerous, that's why we say Vajrayana can either make you go very, very advanced and attain enlightenment in one lifetime, or it could actually bring you down to the lower realms also very, very quickly. So, you see, if karma mudra is misused, the practitioner is considered straying off the path, and then end up in the lower realms. Right? So even Sangha sometimes misunderstands. So if any Sangha is listening, I'm not judging or anything like that, but I'm relaying an information just in case there is any misconception. Yeah. So I really apologize for talking about this topic. So you see, tantric consort practice is forbidden for monks and nuns. Okay. And second one has to receive the 3 recognitions from one's guru. Must have 3 recognition, and who is usually a very highly realized master, before one is allowed to take the consort practice. So you see here, it's everywhere in the biographies and hagiographies of yogis and yoginis of the past. So if I don't talk about this today, then you're under the illusion that it doesn't exist, but it does exist. And if you have, and it's better to deal with it and say that it exists rather than treat it as a rumor and then just dismiss it, right? So now everybody needs to understand what is the criteria of karma mudra. It's not something that it's like, okay, everybody now you can run off with your consorts and then you can attain enlightenment. It's very, very, very rare, like a needle in a haystack. And and the and if you don't even think about it, I think it's better, because it's you can even visualize. If you really, really are asked to do that, Lama Tsongkhapa also visualized and then he attained enlightenment. Okay, and that it's complicated. So you know what I'm trying to say? It's not the easiest thing to say, but if students are brainwashed by teachers like that, then Buddhism is going to degenerate and die.
Correct.
So you see, sometimes I may be, how to say, people might misinterpret me as trying to destroy Buddhism. But I say that if I don't say it today, then the lack of morality and the lack of observance of precepts and then this blatant abuse of guru-disciple relationship is going to cause the downfall of Buddhism, not the people who advise and give the correct information about it. So we have to think, yeah. So if you are in that situation where you don't know what to do, and then your teacher is telling you something, it may not be the sexual part, but it might be like stealing or doing something which is unethical. So you need to know how to say no. And how to say no? This is how you say no. Without generating anger or heresy, no anger, no gossiping and slandering, yeah, and just simply speaking, without much information, and thus creating obstacles that destroy your own liberation and enlightenment, and with guru devotion. So you need to skillfully get permission from your teacher to not do heavy negative actions that you cannot transform into virtue. So this is coming from the 5th Dalai Lama. Get what I'm trying to say? What am I trying to say?
Sorry, because
No problem.
I
Yeah.
don't want to kill.
Okay. So here, if your teacher that you're so like, I can do anything for my teacher. My teacher says, this your wish is my command, and I do everything, including give my body away. And please think that there are laws in this world. Yeah, you are living in the 21st century where there are laws. Okay, so protect yourself and protect your teacher also from something which is unwholesome. Okay, so if you are asked to do something which is not correct, so without gossiping, without getting angry, skillfully, so that you don't break that thing. And maybe your teacher sometimes is misguided or misunderstood, or many things. Teachers are also sometimes in the human body have human failings also. So you must skillfully and respectfully get permission from the guru to not do it. Just say no in a very skillful way. And this advice has been around for hundreds of years. It's the words of the 5th Dalai Lama. So it's not something that I'm making up, but I'm quoting the scripture for you, so that you understand that we have the power as disciples to not blindly follow our teachers. See?
We
Right?
must have the moral and the wisdom.
Right.
The most important is we must know. Like we learn from school when we are young, what is correct, what is wrong,
Right.
we already know. So something, and then we also, Buddha already passed down by so many different guru. The teaching is the same until now. It's like we don't steal, don't lie, don't sexual misconduct, anything like that. So we just we follow. So we must be very, very observe and understand between the between our disciples and we need to observe and understand.
So here I say that by not examining a teacher with great care, this comes from Kunzang Lame Shelung, the words of my perfect teacher, the faithful waste their gathered merit, like taking for the shadow of a tree a vicious snake. That means you think that it is a tree shadow, but it's actually a snake. You beguile it, they lose the freedom they have at last found. So meaning that, if you don't check your teacher, you are like being like bitten by a snake. Okay, so if you have the qualities of the teacher has all the qualities and the teacher is kind, everything perfect, or maybe not so perfect, but definitely keeps the precepts, especially monks and nuns, must keep the precept, must, cannot say that I'll keep this, I don't keep that. So I have a few girlfriends, I have a few boyfriends, it's fine. No, it's not fine. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. Okay, right. So here I would just like to share with you that once you have found a teacher, you must respect your teacher, serve your teacher, and always through your body, your actions, your speech, and your mind, you must always be humble. Because if you are arrogant, you are a full cup, you learn nothing from the teacher. Right?
Alright.
So it's very, very important for you to really, really understand that the teacher is the source of all the knowledge. Right? So if the